Alrighty, how are we doing? Welcome to the fourth ever Bitcoin halving. Let's make sure we're streaming this on YouTube. Hey, we're gonna have some fun over the next couple of minutes. We're gonna break down what is the Bitcoin halving, how you can make money from this long term in the markets. We are going to talk about what has happened previously in the crypto markets. And if you don't know who I am, I've been in crypto for the past 7 years. My name is Mike, or DeFi Mike. And we're going to have some fun. We got the Daytona 500 hat on. And after the halving, we will be ready to buy some McLarens. So just kidding about that. Now, let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. If you're watching this thing live, it's gonna be a heck of a time. So get some popcorn. I got some Celsius here. I got some coconut water here. I'm supposed to be at the Heat game right now because the Heat are in the playoffs, but I got the monitor over there. Let's get some light in this building. Let's go. We need to invite a friend on here. Supposed to be at the Heat game, but I'm here with y'all here today. So let's have some fun. Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can see the stream good, if you can hear me good. And let's kick this thing off. We got Australia in the building. I love to see it. Perth, Australia in the building. And if you guys are not aware, today history is about to be made with Bitcoin. For the fourth time ever, we will see a halving. So let's talk about what the halving is. Let's talk about, most importantly, when it's projected to happen. See, it's going to happen while we're on this live stream. So invite a friend on, grab some popcorn. I got some Celsius, I got some water, and we're about 30 minutes away. We have to update this because these blocks kind of go at their own speed. Everybody can hear me good, amazing. I'm sure these websites are going to be lagging here. We're 4 blocks away from history. So let's get into it. What is the Bitcoin halving? Why was it created? If you don't know, there's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And the purpose of when Bitcoin was created was to have a decentralized currency, right? That no government or no private entity could control. And every about 10 minutes, there's a block that is mined. And we're going to talk about mining here in a couple minutes. And I see Germany in the building, Iceland in the building. Welcome, La Bestia. Portugal's in the building. Continue to send out the stream. Guys, we're going to be covering the Bitcoin halving here live in first person. Hit that like button as well so more people on YouTube see it. And we're a little bit, this clock's going to be messed up. We're probably about 30 minutes, maybe less, away from this halving. So we're going to watch. We're going to watch. This site is literally lagging right now. We're going to be watching this in real time. The world is probably on this website, blockchain.com, right now. Yes, this is definitely going to freeze for sure. So let's get into it. What's the halving? Okay, Bitcoin started at nothing. At one point it was cents, went to dollars to hundreds, but that's price. How does the back end of it work? Well, every 4 years, Bitcoin has an event called the halving. The first event was right here, November 28th, 2012. It happened at this block. July 9th, 2016 was the second halving, 4 years later. Okay, 420,000th block. May 11th, 2020. How many people were involved in crypto back then? Let me know in the chat. At the 630,000th block. And today, we are minutes away from the 840,000th block. And we're going to be streaming it live here on YouTube. So tell a friend. The watch party is growing. We got 64 people on here. Let's get this thing to 500. If we get this thing to 500, I'm going to give away some crypto. I'm going to give away $500 of Solana if we get this thing to 500. So what is the purpose of this event? Well, it's real simple. These things called Bitcoin miners, right? How many people have ever seen some of these like computers, right? People ask, well, how can I mine Bitcoin? Well, you don't necessarily need a mining farm or all of these different computers, but if you want your electricity to go up in price, you do need to have some sort of clean setup. And there are these computers, these GPUs that can help mine different cryptos like Bitcoin. When mining is taking place, it's solving problems on the blockchain and it is pushing transactions through. Now, I want to get to the cost of mining in a couple minutes, but I want you to see what has taken place after every single halving inside of Bitcoin. Okay, put a 2 in the chat if you are ready. We are watching the countdown. We are about 30 minutes away. I think less. I think we're going to have that be a little bit less, but we are less than about 30 minutes away from the Bitcoin halving happening live on DeFi Mike's YouTube. So hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Okay. So the first halving took place in 2012. One Bitcoin at the time was about $10. 4 years later, from the first halving to the second halving happened in 2016. Bitcoin was at the price of about $600. And then the third halving, which maybe a lot of people remember. Who can tell me in the chat what happened right before the last halving? Why did Bitcoin do this crazy drop? Who can remember? March of 2020, what happened? You were probably locked in your house. Okay. COVID happened. It was a sell. It was a fearful event in the markets. And that was the buying opportunity of a lifetime that you'll never see again on the price of Bitcoin. Okay. And for all the people that think this is, this is not an industry to pay attention to, we're going to talk about it more. I'll give you guys my predictions here towards the halving and as in the next 20 minutes or so. Bitcoin went up 1,500%. Now, what recently has been in the news, in the media, happening in the world recently? What was some of the news or the excuse of why Bitcoin recently just dropped? Whoops. What was some of the news and events? It was war talk, right? It's what's happening in Israel, and we're not going to go into all the in depth of that, but it's if you look at the chart, okay, from a chart perspective, every time that conversation comes back up, very quickly after the markets go parabolic. So I'm not telling you that I want war to happen. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. I believe in God, and I believe that in all the parties, there are people that believe in God. That's the last thing that I want. From a chart perspective, okay, from a Bitcoin halving, why do you need to know this information? Is look at what happens right before and right after every halving. Little drops from a bigger standpoint, but huge expansion. Okay, and the reason that happens is after this event takes place, the rewards that these people, that these miners get for creating Bitcoin, these rewards get cut in half. Now, in simple terms, it makes Bitcoin more scarce. So literally in minutes, we are going to go from 6.25 coins, 6.25 Bitcoin for each block to 3.1. We are minutes away from that happening. Well, Mike, how does it work? Let's actually go into one of these blocks together. So for example, Bitcoin is going to halve and the rewards are going to get cut in half in 4 more blocks. I want you to invite 4 people on here right now and let them know, hey, the Bitcoin halving is live on YouTube. Let's go. Let people know we are live. My phone is blowing up right now. Okay, people are excited. Let's take a step back. Is this an event that we're going to start trading? No. If you haven't been positioning yourself in the past year and a half in crypto, there is a risk even buying crypto at some of these price points for a major pullback. The heater up by 13. Let's go. So let's take a look at this block. I want to explain this to everybody here. And I'm going to try to explain this as if I was brand new into this space. So let's see if we can actually even go in here. Okay. So there's a lot of numbers here. I dropped out of college. This looks confusing as hell. Just follow my mouse. This was one block in Bitcoin. It took about 10 minutes And inside of this block, there was 2,000, right down here, 2,600 transactions. So if I sent Fernando money, Fernando sent Alejandro money, that's 2 transactions. Okay? There was 2,600 transactions. Now, there are other blockchains like Ethereum that are faster. Other blockchains like Solana that are faster, right? In the chat, give me your favorite blockchain. So in this about 10-minute period of time, 2,600 transactions took place. Now I want you guys to see over here where it says minted. It's the reward for the miner who basically just pushed the transactions through. Okay, and sometimes you could actually see who the miner was. We don't know who mined this block, but they actually received the reward from this block paid as fees for 8.7 Bitcoin. Okay, and this was mined literally 14 minutes ago. Let me know if you're still with me in the chat here. So 2,600 transactions happened in this 10-minute period of time about. Okay? And you guys see this reward right here, 6.25 Bitcoin that were created, okay? So 6.25 Bitcoin were created because of this block. In the next couple of minutes, while we are live on this call, we are going to see block 840,001 mint or crate only 3.1 Bitcoin. How many people are excited to watch this thing live? We're reporting here that we are minutes away. Okay, right now we're still on block 839,996. So we're going to go deeper into this. This stream is probably just getting started. I skipped the heat game to be here with you. Hey, camera, follow me. I skipped the heat game to be here with you. So get some popcorn, get some candy. I had some candy, but I already ate it. And let's continue. Hopefully this is helping somebody so far. So when we look at this, let me make sure I went over everything here. Okay. You have the amount of transactions. So like in this block right here in 996, there was 2,700 transactions. The 6.25 Bitcoin were created, and the reward was 7.25 Bitcoin. We don't need to get all technical and stuff, like what is mining and stuff, but these are mining farms. Now, a lot of people ask, well, who are the biggest companies that make these computers? And who could have guessed it? Three of the biggest companies are from where? Somebody tell me in the chat. And look, bro, Lee Moore, I love it. I don't fully understand, but I'm excited about the volatility. The truth is, that's all that matters. The truth is that if you're just positioned correctly, we're going to talk about some projections here in the next couple of minutes of where I think we can go and really why Bitcoin and crypto is at a very, very important part, why it'll be an important part in transactions and money and really crypto as well, okay? So guess what? 3 of the 4 biggest mining companies are in China. Gold Shell, Fusion, Forest Miner, and IB Link. Now, I wasn't going to get too deep into this here, but Bitcoin mining, there's actually some companies in the US, right? Companies like Marathon Digital Holdings, companies like Riot, companies like Bitfarms, companies like CleanSpark, right? I'm giving you guys free game here on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Okay, these are all publicly traded companies. 2 blocks left. Yeah, if you guys see this thing speed up, let me know. I'm trying to watch this in real time. Wow, 2 blocks left. Let's go. Let's go. 2 blocks left. Wow. See, sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it goes slow. We're gonna come back. We're gonna watch this thing live. Bitcoin. Hey, tell a friend, get on the YouTube, and then we're gonna do some projections of where we think this is gonna go after the 840,000 block is mined on the network. Okay. So real quick, how can you get how can I say this? How can you get exposure to crypto without buying crypto? Well, there's certain stocks like this, but guess what? You don't own the asset. You don't have self-custody. So when you hear things like ETFs or crypto stocks, cool. If you want to do option contracts, if you want to do, I have buy option contracts on 2 of these right here. I'm not going to tell you which ones that I'm holding long term, 1 to 2 year option contracts that I'm betting the price of these stocks will be at a higher price in the future. Okay. See, this is not up to date with that time. We need to watch these blocks right here. We're getting really close here. 83999. Somebody in the chat, please watch this in case we're not on here. So I would study. I would go look down some of these aspects, some of these stocks here. What are we expecting now? Now, I'm not going to go into like what I think price is going to do. I've been in crypto for 7 years. Maybe you just got started. Maybe you haven't. You know, if you weren't buying this level here for Bitcoin, personally, I'm not buying Bitcoin at this level. Just being honest. But what I will tell you is that there's altcoins, there's other coins, there's other ways to make money in crypto. And we're not going to really go into that here today. Okay. Now, people sometimes don't understand that. Let's continue this conversation of the people that are helping create Bitcoin. What are they called? Right? Bitcoin miners. Now, there is a cost to continue mining Bitcoin. And I want everybody to understand this, because when you understand the cost to create a Bitcoin, every single time price, guys, we're almost at 200. Let's continue. Let's get this thing to 200 before the halving. Every single time Bitcoin goes under the price of what it costs to create a Bitcoin, usually it's the best buying opportunity. So this right here, I'm on macro, micro. It says through observing consumption of electricity, guess what? It costs electricity to create these Bitcoin, and daily issuance of Bitcoin provided by Cambridge University, we can find out the average mining cost of Bitcoin. Why is this important? Because if price goes under, I don't think it's going to spend a lot of time there. When mining costs are lower than Bitcoin's market value, more miners will join. When mining costs are higher than miners' revenue, number of miners will decrease. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Bitcoin is not at 60K, guys. Bitcoin's trading at 63,400. And a couple days ago, everybody was screaming that this was going to, melt. And look, it could. It definitely, Bitcoin can definitely drop. But this huge break of structure, and I don't think this is going to be, this isn't, we're not trading Forex here on a red folder. The market's not just going to shoot up over in seconds. This is a long-term event, okay? How many people are investing long-term here? Let me know in the chat. Okay, we're still at block 83998. Okay, we might get some music on here at 83999. Okay. So let's go back to that point right here. Does everybody see the cost right now, what it is to mine a Bitcoin today? What day are we on? 09/19. It cost about $64,000 to mine a Bitcoin, okay, in energy. And you guys can see the equation here. Consumption of electricity and daily issuance of Bitcoin. And just like people, people were calling all types of prices out at one point. Oh my God, this is, $1,000 is too expensive. $5,000 is too expensive. Every time Bitcoin dips aggressively under that mining cost, it bounces back up. Now remember, we're dealing with an asset. I don't want to miss this, so I'm going to be having PTSD if we miss this. Okay, we're still at 83998, whatever. Every time it dips under that level, it's something to really pay attention to and to watch. Now, there are some narratives. The 3 biggest narratives that I've kind of talked about for 2024 was what? How many of you guys are some of my students? Okay, number 1 was obviously the halving, right? Speculation, not speculation, but going into a halving and leaving a halving. Usually, historically, what happens to price? What happens historically to price after The market. Oh God, we are 1 block away. Hey, tell a friend. Tell a friend. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for this. Well, it's about to be Happy Halving Day. Some of y'all are gonna name your next kid Halving, Halver. I don't know. Just made that up. We're 1 block away. I got multiple Bitcoin websites here. We got btcscan.org. Probably gonna crash. 8399. We are about to hit 839. 88400. We're doing it live on YouTube. I want y'all to drop some 1s in the chat if you're ready. We are 1 block away. This thing is completely off. Nobody knows all these countdowns. This one says we got 18 minutes still. They're not willing to go live on YouTube like I am. This thing we got 10 minutes. Guys, we are literally seconds away here. I'm going off of btcscan.org. The websites are crashing. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can catch this thing. We got 200 people on here. Make sure you hit the like button. And these websites are for sure about to crash. Bitcoin is trading at almost 84,000 right now. Here we go. I want to see it on here. Let's go to the homepage of blockchain.com. Get your drinks up. Non-alcoholic, of course. We are sitting at, where are we at here? I need a DJ. I should have got a DJ for this. Just had a DJ behind me. Man. Here we go. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Give me that 840. Give me that 840. Let's refresh this Bitcoin blocks. Here we go. Refresh Guru case. Yeah, Guru is super late. I'm gonna come back to this site. We're probably gonna see this thing live here in a second. Do not go anywhere. Hold your kids. Hold your family. We are at 8399. This block should pop up right up here live when we mine the 840,000th block for Bitcoin. We are gonna see that block. I believe that block will pay 6.25, and then 840,001. We are going to see the rewards get cut in half, and that's why you're here. 840,001 and on for the next 210,000 blocks for the next about 4 years. Guess what? That means there's less Bitcoin, and we know if there's more demand for something that there's less of, we should see price go crazy. So we're waiting for it. We're going to stick on this screen. Let me know in the chat. Give me some price predictions of what you think's going to happen. Give me a price prediction for Bitcoin by the next halving. We got to put the McLaren hat on here. We got people rolling out the dealership here. We got to change the glasses here for this one. We got people literally printing Bitcoin. I'm just completely kidding. Nobody's printing Bitcoin. Nobody's getting a McLaren. It's just all for educational purposes only. Let me know in the chat, what is your price prediction? Oh, there we go. Bitcoin has officially halved for the 4th time ever. We're watching this live on YouTube. Tell me how you're feeling in the chat. Give me a price prediction. You see it here. Who's crazy enough to invalid chain or block ID? This thing is probably going to crash. It was there. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Boom. Boom. Somebody take a picture of that. Somebody take a picture of that. Give me some let's goes in the chat. Smash the like button if you are ready for the next 4 years. I don't know why I'm so hyped. Like, I'm not buying anything. Like, this really doesn't mean shit, to be honest, today. But it does. We're going to make it more of a big deal than it is, because it is a big deal long term. So talk about supply and demand. 840,000. Talk to us nicely here, Bitcoin. Can somebody get Solana to $1,000? I need. Oh man, I need some retail therapy. Wow. I wasn't watching. To be honest, I didn't watch the last halving live, so we got people in chat. 275, 260. I mean, those numbers. Life's gonna be real good at some of those numbers. Happy Bitcoin New Year's. This is where you just go around the party, start hugging people you don't know, kissing people you don't know. Can't do that because we're all online. And wow, this means nothing. We're just hanging out. Yeah, shout out to everybody who bought Bitcoin. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to see right here. Tell me this is going to load. This is what invalid chain. I want to see the reward. Show me the reward. This is what I want to see here. I'm about to confess my crime. I don't know if you should do that, but I want to see the reward get cut in half. I don't know how to read this site. This site's confusing me. Let's see it on blockchain.com. Guys, give it a second. We're not done. We're going to go through a couple more things, but y'all saw it here first on the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. 840,001. I want to pull it up on blockchain.com. And this site is probably still, now it's complete. OMG, now it's complete. What about this one? These sites are so slow. Oh, wow. Now, you telling me I got to wait 1,400 more days for the Lambo? Nah. We're not waiting 1,400 more days. Actually, that's okay. Who's ready for the next halving? Who's going to be here at the next halving is the question. Let me know in the chat if you're going to be here at the next halving. We're going to do the next halving at somewhere else. Okay, let's take a look at the 2 blocks. Let's take a deep breath here. Let me open up my coconut water. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Okay, 840,000th block. This is the block where life changes. Not really, but we're just exaggerating here. 3,000 transactions were in the 840,000th block. Now what? We're going to talk about that here in a second. Holy snap. 840,000th block was rewarded, was created, was minted. 3.13 Bitcoin. It works. Satoshi Nakamoto, wherever you are, whoever you are, whether you're the CIA or whether you are actually somebody in the world, what you created actually works. Can we give a round of applause? Why is the camera? What do I do with my life now? We're going to talk about that here in a second. Okay. Now, does everybody see the reward that was given to those miners? Oh, this was a miner that mined the block via BTC. This is who mined that block. Does everybody see that reward? That miner got 40 Bitcoin. What's 40 Bitcoin times 63,000? He's having a good day here, boys and girls. He just got $2.5 million. 2.5 milli. He just got a Bugatti for just helping the network, helping the decentralization. All right, now I'm going to get off here because I'm going to go watch the rest of this Heat game. We got to go play Boston next week. I might go to Boston to watch one of the games since I missed it because the halving, but it's okay. Now let's take a look real quick at 840,001. I'm going to give you some predictions and we're going to wrap up here. This has been a lot of fun. And if you guys don't know, I have some other videos on my channel. And if you guys are not talking and following me on Instagram, make sure you go over there. Send me a message if you had some fun here on the stream. DeFi Mike Sotero. I'll never ask you for Bitcoin. So if somebody's asking you for Bitcoin, that's not me. But if you're having some fun, I want you to tag me in a post. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of the 840,000th one blockchain. Tag me DeFi Mike Sotero. And you guys can see here, look, 2,800 transactions in this block. 3.13 Bitcoin were minted. And the reward was 7 Bitcoin. I mean, come on. You talk about precision. Satoshi Nakamoto doesn't miss. He said every 210,000 blocks, we're going to cut the rewards in half. Oh my God, it even updated on the website. Come on. I cannot adopt anybody. Okay, you guys see this as of right here? As of now, the block reward is 3.125 on the next halving. On the next one, put it in the chat. The next one, 1.5 Bitcoin will be created per block. Hey, look, April 17th, we're having a party in some place in the world. I don't know where we will. Hopefully, Bitcoin's up over 250,000. Hopefully, XRP is above $1. The halving is here, everybody. The halving is here. What a time to be alive in crypto. If you told your teachers when you were in 5th grade that you would be trading digital money, what do you think they would say? What do you think they would say? Hopefully they've been buying. Okay. So the question is what's next? That's the question. Well, here's the truth. Is inflation is actually at 25% in America since COVID started. So you tell me, you have a deflationary asset in Bitcoin, and you have an inflationary environment that the Fed is finally starting to talk about lowering interest rates. But when you take out all the BS, this is the real inflation numbers here. It's over 20% if you're in America. XRP is useless, but I think it'll go up. I'm betting that it goes up. At the next halving, I plan on my portfolio to really pump. Yeah, look. I see all the shilling happening in the chat now. That's funny. Every 4 years, this event happens. It's not an event where Bitcoin just goes crazy the same day. That's why I've just been managing your expectations while you've been here. I don't expect really anything to happen right now, to be honest with you. But what we were talking about earlier, and then I got cut off because the Bitcoin started to halve, is the 3 narratives that we came into this year with, my opinion, was the halving. Could price pump into the halving? The second one will be, do we get some more interest rate cuts? You know, when does that start? Okay. According to CME Group, you know, they're talking Q3, Q4. I personally believe we might start to see we get 1 or 2 cuts. I'm bullish on things that the government attacks. It's very simple. Whatever the government attacks, I'm bullish on. It's a very simple strategy here. When they attack it, you buy it. Simple. And the third narrative is what? The halving, interest rates. You better be ready for the U.S. election, because this is not about a political who you want, Trump or Biden, but it's about the volatility that it's going to bring in the markets. And when you study things, I'm not going through it here. Maybe I'll make a video on this. But when you study the DXY or the dollar, go look at what happens when you have a Republican. I wrote publication. I've been on the charts too much. Republican president versus when you have a Democratic president. It's not even about who it is. Shit does not matter. But it's when there's a Republican president, look at what happens to the dollar. And when you have a Democratic president, look at what happens to the dollar. These are things you want to study. So now that the halving is out of the way, great. Let's see what, and obviously now, like, you know, the fearful events, they could escalate. For sure. That could escalate and Bitcoin can come right back down here. I actually believe we will see a sub 50K Bitcoin in one day. Maybe it's we go moon, then come back, or maybe it's we fall, then go moon. Nobody knows. I have a plan for both, and hopefully you do as well. They've been attacking XRP since the second it was created. They attack it so they can buy it. Well, hopefully, because we need the price to go up. So these are the 3 narratives that I'm watching. Inflation is still an issue, but it's an issue that people don't want to talk about. That simple. So with that being said, if you had some fun, make sure you tag me on Instagram. I'll repost a couple of them. I'll see you guys in about 1,400 days and at the next halving. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bitcoin is officially on. Let's see what block we're leaving here today with. Let's go heat. Bitcoin is at block number. Maybe this damn thing will speed up. Let's just look at it here. Mo, not sure where you get information from, but the SEC has been suing Ripple for like 3 years. So 84002. It's been a lot of fun. Guys, hope you have a great day. Wow, that one did 4,200 transactions. Is Bitcoin getting faster? That's a huge jump in transactions there, Bitcoin. Slow down, slow down. Guys, we'll see you on the next one. Make sure you on this channel, you go watch 5 reminders. There's a video down below on my channel. 5 reminders of what you should not do in a bull market. Just some reminders to hopefully help you navigate this space clearly. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe. We'll be live from time to time on here. And